Ladies and gentlemen, this is an emergency broadcast. I'm not going to do a coin review, and I'm not going to do an intro video. I will not pass go and collect $200 because who needs dollars when gold and silver are flying off the handle like this? Pretty insane. That yellow red line is two different measures of the price of gold. We're currently sitting at $2,745. And silver is also taking off, currently sitting at $34.72. It has officially broken out into a new support range, and I just had to make a quick video. I don't know if I'm even going to have time to edit this. I'm just going to upload and say that people have this thing called gold PTSD. And what that comes from, if you're not familiar with post-traumatic stress syndrome, it comes from constantly getting wrecked. No market has been beat up as bad as silver, and close to it gold, considering that the fundamentals suggested it should be higher. There are so many people who are so used to, oh my gosh, if it's gone up, don't get excited because it's just going to go back down. You know, if you bought it, you're just going to lose because I bought during the silver squeeze and I lost money, and so you're going to lose. Or all the different times where people maybe didn't buy at the optimal time for various reasons, due to panic, due to lack of discipline, and quite frankly, due to a lack of understanding. To quote Rick Rule, I saw this quote once again, I've seen it many, many times over the years. Rick Rule once said, "I don't own gold because it might go to 3,000. I own gold because I'm afraid it's going to go to 10,000. And when you talk about that and you combine it with silver under a very similar vein, not identical, but a similar vein, you could say almost the same thing. That's the reason I own it, right? Now, I have had fun stacking over the years, and I've enjoyed some of the gains that I've gotten. But at the end of the day, I own it because I believe that we live in a fallen world where systems can collapse and bad things can happen. And sure, they haven't happened for 60 years, but they can happen. And so I'm just saying, gold and silver are that hedge for me for those insane situations. And I would say it feels an awful lot like we are at the beginning of the end. That is not to say it's just going to go straight up. That is not going to say you won't have more opportunities to buy. But it's just to say that there's going to be higher highs and lower and higher lows, rather. Higher highs and higher lows. Meaning that the longer you wait, the more painful it may become. Now, there's some people who seem to think, well, no, gold will just go back down. It'll spend the next 20 years going back down to 500, right? They look at the chart and they just don't know what to make of it. They're like, well, what goes up must come down. And that is just simply not true. I've had so many people say that over the years, and that's such an ignorant perspective. I think somebody said that in the comments, and look, I've got close friends that have said that to me. I don't mean that disparagingly, but you need to educate yourself. There are reasons things go up, and there are reasons things go down. The reason gold went down is because it stopped being used as money worldwide. It reached that bottom in 1999, and it has been going up ever since, and at some point it will be used as money again. Maybe not us physically trading, but it will be used. And so that is my base case. That could be 20 years away. It could be much sooner than that. I don't know. But all I'm saying is this is crazy. And if you have gold or silver PTSD, remember, we need to have discipline when we are purchasing gold and silver to not buy at the highs. We have to have discipline to not panic buy. We have to have a lot of discipline for a lot of different reasons. But you also need to take a look at yourself and make sure that you don't miss out because you are so beat up. You have post-traumatic stress syndrome from all the bad purchases you've made. If you've made bad purchases, hopefully by now they're starting to play out again in your favor. But learn from those mistakes. Don't just use that as a catch-all and say, well, I'll never buy and I'll never expect the price to go up. I've seen so many videos like that, and I just think it's the wrong way. If that's the reason you're buying gold, is that you just hope that it, maybe hits $3,000 over the next 10 years. I'm not against a slow increase in the price of gold, but there's so many other things you could buy. Assets that will actually produce things for you instead of just money. But I digress. I want to get this video out because this is crazy. I wasn't actually even going to make a video today, but to see the price still going up, we're up another $25. And at this rate, by Friday, we could be at $2,800 $2,600 an ounce. I mean, if that happens, I don't know, my jaw will drop. I'll be shocked, you know. If we're back down to 2,600, won't hurt my feelings at all, but I'm just saying it really does feel like this is a breakout move, and we're going to see this continue at least for a while longer. I don't know how far it will run, but it does not feel like we are done yet. So I wanted to do an emergency update video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't checked out the prices, do it. And I guess this puts me in a bit of a predicament because I was going to do a silver order over the weekend, and I actually didn't do that. I did some other things with my money instead. But I still have to buy some stuff for Christmas, and I really don't want to pay $50 an ounce for it. So I might have to just end this video now and go do that. So I'll just say thanks for watching. Appreciate all the subscriptions, all the comments and the thumbs up. If you want to give me a comment, but you don't know what to say, today's word will be PTSD. Gold and silver PTSD. So thank you so much. That's my 2 ounces worth. Remember, I'm pulling for you, and we're all in this together.